to make enough plays to win. But if you want to give me one quarterback on one field any week of the year, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes.
Ninko, who has the better defense, Bengals or Chiefs?
Oh, definitely Cincinnati. You look at Lou Anarumo, the things that he's been able to do defensively. He is a game plan coach, so he is going to put together a game plan that best suits Cincinnati against this Kansas City Chiefs football team. They're going to find out early what that ankle is like with Patrick Mahomes, but you got to go with Cincinnati. They have a very good pass rush, great blitzing scheme. Lou's done a great job with that football team.
And RC, who's got the better offensive weapons, the Bengals or Chiefs?
Oh, I mean, is this a question?
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins, Hayden Hurst. It's absolutely the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals probably have the best skilled players in the entire league when you look at them as a group in totality. And all year we talked about the fact that Patrick Mahomes was going to have to make more with less without having Tyreek. The Cincinnati Bengals can be boring because they have players that turn boring into exciting.
No, that's exactly right, but none of them more exciting, obviously, than their quarterback. And if you haven't had a chance to hear this yet, I wanted to play it for you again. This was Joe Burrow as he was carving up the Bills last weekend after one touchdown that he threw. Listen to him on the field.
Pump fakes to the right. Now throws to the end zone. Caught by Hayden Hurst. Touchdown!
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm him. And later he said he didn't even remember saying it. And I actually believe that. I don't think that was a, like, I think.
He was just in the moment. And Ryan, to snag your segment that you do with Greeny where he translates your tweets, can you translate this for me? Like, what is I'm him?
No,
right?
it's a feeling that we every now and again, we feel that way, and it's so difficult to explain. It's kind of hard to put into words. But when you're just in complete control of everything that is around you.
I try. Sometimes when I'm at home, I feel like I'm him, and then my wife says, "No, you're not."
No, exactly right.
That's exactly.
I don't know what that means.
It's exactly right. No, I've met your wife. She's her, and you're.
Yeah, she's her. She's tough.
I don't know who you are, but it's definitely not him.
No.
Meanwhile, RC, when he says I'm him, all of his teammates, because they brought that up to the teammates, and they were like, they seem to. Like they think he's him, right? I mean, everyone thinks Joe Burrow is him, yes?
You know what's so crazy is Joe Burrow would eat by himself sometimes at LSU just to reflect, just to think on ball. And everybody kept telling me there, he's just all about ball. He just wants to win. He just wants to be great. He just wants to be the best. When you see a player that's built differently, that's what that means. When everybody else is clowning around, when everybody else is focusing on certain things, and all they're concerned about is how we make the next play, how we take that next step. Those things energize you when that player is your quarterback. And then when he takes the field against other alpha men, right? Against alpha males, against alpha dogs, when all of these lions are on the field, but one sits back and has the most poise. One sits back and waits for the right opportunity to strike. And one sits back and in the presence of all of these other lions doesn't even raise a hair. That's when you know that dude is different. And when Joe Burrow goes into Josh Allen's stadium and outplays Josh Allen and his team wins going away and the Buffalo Bills are never in it, and you have your top wide receiver doing the gritty with the double James Harden step back, and on the other side the top wide receiver is actually arguing and fussing at his quarterback, then you know there's a difference between these players. And Joe Burrow is him. And as many people would say, you can call him Joe Snow, you can call him Joe Burr. Now he's just Himothy Burrow. And Himothy Burrow goes into Burrowhead and tries to get another big win against the Kansas City Chiefs.
And we put the picks up there on the screen. RC likes him, and Ninko likes him. And I'm only taking Kansas City because literally everyone else is taking Cincinnati. And generally speaking, in my experience, when everyone thinks something is going to happen, it usually doesn't. But as RC is describing Joe Burrow, who clearly isn't the most talented or the biggest or the strongest of all the players on the field, but somehow managed to be the guy he's talking about, there's only one thing it makes you think of, right? You played with him for all those years. You just can't not let it remind you of Tom Brady.
Yeah, I call him Elton Joe because sometimes he's got the glasses on and the jacket. He's got a little look to him. But anyway, yeah, Tom, obviously, when you're playing with Tom, he walks into a room, he commands a presence, and he kind of has that similar sit back, observe, but then also lead and being calm. Well, sometimes Tom wasn't calm, but, being able to lead And you walk on a football field, all you want is to have confidence that I know this guy is going to put me in the best position to win. And we know Cincinnati with Joe Burrow, every single person has that confidence in Joe Burrow.
Now, you've got that game this week, and you're around them a lot. I mean, what are you hearing about all this?
Yeah, just to touch on some of the stuff that Rob's talking about, and we make this Tom Brady comparison, and maybe there's some people at home like, what, Tom Brady? We're really doing this already? You know, he's still so young in this league. But even last week when I was preparing for the Bills matchup, you know, Jordan Poyer, who's obviously a veteran respected across the league as well, said he reminds me a lot of Tom Brady. And the thing that makes him so unique and so special is when he's throwing to his receivers, there isn't a doubt in his mind that his guy is coming up with the ball. He just launches it knowing that they're going to make that play. He's got more confidence in his receiver than he does any DB from the opposing team. And having those guts and that courage and the confidence and that connection with a player like Jamar Chase, who, I mean, they don't even need to talk at this point in this season. That's how well they know each other inside and out. That is just adding to their success.
I got 2 seconds. Quick.
I also think you can't dismiss his athletic ability of getting out of the pocket, getting out of situations.
He can play, man.
He has great pocket awareness. So when you're rushing a quarterback and they can avoid the rush with their periphery and just the feel that they have, he has a tremendous ability to get out of trouble.
Just consider his last 4 seasons. He won the national championship in 2019. His season ended with an injury in 2020. He made the Super Bowl last year, and here he is a game away from that. Again, he doesn't do a whole lot of losing. As we continue, something happened yesterday, pretty close to where I'm sitting right now, that could affect Aaron Rodgers' future in Green Bay. And quite candidly, it might
and not take on the defender. He takes on one defender, spins back into the pursuit of the rushers coming from the inside, and then takes on 2 more defenders falling forward close to a first down. That was the play I needed to see, because it wasn't to me necessarily will you call the plays that puts the football in Jalen Hurts' hands, which we also saw him score a touchdown late in the second quarter rushing the football. It's not that. It's how does Jalen Hurts figure to protect himself? How does Jalen Hurts think about taking on contact? Does Jalen Hurts not want to gain or look for the extra yardage? And we saw him do that last week. And if he's going to do that, if he's going to be that comfortable, I believe that Nick Sirianni is going to call plays, going to scheme, going to strategize in a way that puts him in the best position to succeed. There's 2 more games left, hopefully, for the Philadelphia Eagles. You don't have the time to be playing protect the franchise when it comes to Jalen Hurts. You have to go win this game. And winning this game means putting Jalen Hurts in position to be an option both running, giving, and passing the football. That's where he's the best, and that's what I expect him to be able to do this weekend.
Yeah, and you sounded concerned about that when we touched on this earlier, and that's why I wanted to come back to it. You sounded concerned about him being all the way.
Yeah, I'm not heading into this game thinking that he's not going to be able to extend plays and be mobile and do all the things that Ryan was pointing out. But it's just another factor, knowing that he's not 100%. And that's not even reporting. That's him saying he's still not 100%. He feels better, but that's just got to be just another small little detail, because that's the time of year that we're in at right now. It's just the small things that add up.
What you were saying last week, Nico, you want to land on him. You want to make him feel you. You want to put all your body weight. That still applies, right? If you're the 49ers, you get a shot at him. Again, you're not trying to injure anyone, but you want to make him feel it. That still applies this week to the 49ers, right?
Yeah, of course. You want to gang tackle. You want to get after him. But listen, this is the game within the game. You're not going to come out and say, nope, I'm 100%. The game plan is wide open right back to before the injury. I feel great. No, you're going to say, yeah, I'm still dealing with a little bit of pain, and I'm the percentage, I don't know. I'm still rehabbing, trying to get this thing back. So the other team is like, all right, you still deal with it. But look, that's what you do. You stay on the injury report. You're injured for a few more weeks. You only got 2 more weeks. He's going to be on the injury report for the rest of the year, guaranteed.
Gamesmanship maybe on the part of the Eagles there. Let's put the picks up on the screen. I feel like the conventional wisdom on this game has swung significantly. I mean, the Niners haven't lost a game in, 10 weeks?
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's only Brock Purdy's 2nd road game. A rookie has never won in the championship weekend. He's going to the Lincoln, Philly. I mean, we are asking a lot of this young rookie quarterback to be able to pull this off. Can he do it? Yeah, maybe he can. But but I just think it's because we had a tough uphill battle for him.
No, there's no question about it. There's been so much focus on Hurts and his health and what this game may mean for him in the bigger picture. I mean, the quarterback to watch on Sunday is the rookie Brock Purdy. In the meantime, let's go to the AFC game, an even matchup. So let's go tail of the tape here. RC, here's the impossible question. Who has the edge at quarterback in this game? Is it Burrow or Mahomes?
I don't think it's an impossible question. I think it's Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback. I think Patrick Mahomes is the more talented.